One way to consider laughter and humor is as representing a dialogue between two or more individuals that provides insight into the status and prestige of both, as well as providing information concerning the values and positions held and the emotional context of a situation. The creation and response to humor may be seen as an accurate representation of the utterance creator's social intelligence by their reading the room, a reliable indicator of leadership traits based upon the type of humor that they choose, and an index of their strategic thinking regarding what the topic of choice is and how it matches best with the contextual situation. We all have different forms of humor that we share and don't share with others. After all, humor and the laughter it elicits helps us sort out who our spouses, friends, and allies will be, and often more accurately and quickly than any other form of social interaction. Political figures use different types of humor to connect with followers and potential followers. Premeditated jokes tend to be written in advance and may fit into different social contexts. The public figures that use humor the best are those that understand their own personality and the social identity of their audience, and then insert these jokes into their speeches or talks to best elicit good feelings. On the other hand, spontaneous wit, while it may be previously prepared, relies on contextual assessment and timing and may be considered more a form of social intelligence than anything else. These different forms of humor reveal strategic goals and personality traits. Self-deprecation involves targeting oneself to bring oneself closer to the audience. Incongruity is more or less benign by changing meanings, whereas other deprecatory humor makes fun of others through irony, satire, and ridicule. Here, we have an example of self-deprecatory humor by Bernie Sanders during the 2020 presidential primary debates of the Democrats, when his age became an issue. In this case, Sanders shows his spontaneous wit in a response during his playful back and forth with Cory Booker. As you can see by the reward smiles and their laughter, it's playful, it's self-deprecatory, and it's relatively low impact.
Now to the issue of candidates and their health. Senator Sanders, I want to start with you. We're moving on, Senator, I'm sorry.
I'm feeling great, but I would like to respond to that question.
I want to start by saying...
And Senator Sanders is in favor of medical marijuana. I want to make sure that's clear as well.
Thank you.
Senator Sanders, this debate does mark this debate.
In this clip, former Arkansas governor and 2008 Republican Party candidate for presidency, Mike Huckabee, employs a premeditated joke against Democratic Party presidential primary candidate John Edwards. Huckabee makes fun of Edwards, who had positioned himself as an advocate for the poor based upon a news report that he paid a large sum of money to have his hair cut while waiting on an airplane. Note how Huckabee attacks Edwards for financial irresponsibility, subtly attacks his masculinity, and connects him with an unpopular U.S. government institution in a very short quip that was cleverly placed during this debate.
And instead, what we've done is what Senator McCain has suggested. We've had a Congress that spent money like John Edwards at a beauty shop, and it's high time.
This final clip addresses incongruous humor, which is relatively rare in politics. This is due to politicians knowing when to make their shots to either make themselves look more likable or the opposition less so. In this clip from over a decade ago, President Barack Obama provides some prescient insights into the press before making what could be considered an incongruous joke in reference to government actions, although one might be able to see it as other deprecatory in intent. Certainly, while humor is useful, it often has multiple different meanings and interpretations as a result, so understanding that will be key to understanding its uses and abuses as a political tool.
So in that spirit, I'd also like to pay a tribute to the journalists who play an extraordinary role in telling their stories. Earlier today, I gave the commencement address at Michigan, where I spoke to the graduates about what is required to keep our democracy thriving in the 21st century. And one of the points I made is that for all the changes and challenges facing your industry, this country absolutely needs a healthy, vibrant media. Probably needs it more than ever now. Today's technology has made it possible for us to get our news and information from a growing range of sources. We can pick and choose not only our preferred type of media, but also our preferred perspective. And while that exposes us to an unprecedented array of opinions and analysis and points of view, it also makes it that much more important that we're all operating on a common baseline of facts. It makes it that much more important that journalists out there seek only the truth. And I don't have to tell you that. Some of you are seasoned veterans who have been on the political beat for decades. Others here tonight began their careers as bloggers not long ago. But I think it's fair to say that every single reporter in this room believes deeply in the enterprise of journalism. Every one of you, even the most cynical among you, understands and cherishes the function of a free press in the preservation of our system of government and of our way of life. And I want you to know that for all the jokes and the occasional gripes, I cherish that work as well. In fact, tonight I wanted to present all of you with a bipartisan congressional resolution that honors all those wonderful contributions that journalists have made to our country and the world, but unfortunately, I couldn't break the filibuster. Thank you very much, everybody. God bless you.